Hi everyone! In this video, I'll be unboxing, reviewing, and later completely disassembling the Genius SW375 computer speaker system. Some specifications can already be seen on the box, such as the 12 watts RMS power rating. The two satellite speakers are closed box designs rated at 3 watts each and come with permanently attached cables. The connection method is quite amusing. I could technically connect them directly to a playback device without an amplifier. However, I definitely wouldn't recommend using them that way, as the sound quality and volume are extremely poor. The amplifier and a mains-powered 230-volt power supply are located inside the subwoofer, so this is not just a simple transformer. On the back, there is also a main power switch. The rear panel is securely mounted with screws, and the wooden enclosure walls are adequately thick. On the front, we find the volume and bass controls alongside a status LED. Assembly is extremely simple. But this LED, it's incredibly bright and aggressive. Next comes the disassembly, but first, let's unplug the unit from the power source. These satellite speakers are glued together, so they cannot be opened without causing damage. I'd rather not destroy them just for the sake of taking a look inside. The main unit, however, is perfectly serviceable. From the inside, we can remove the screws holding the front panel in place. To prevent any wires from being damaged, I'll temporarily reinstall the rear panel. The amplifier is also attached to the front panel. I'll disconnect the cables, remove the speaker driver, and then take off the rear panel. Here we can see a carefully assembled subwoofer enclosure with proper sealing and sufficient wall thickness. However, the material has already weakened around some of the screw holes, which is a little concerning. The speaker driver itself is actually quite decent. 10 watts, 8 ohms. The amplifier is held in place by the potentiometers mounted on the front panel. As a result, it moves around slightly, but that's not a major issue. Overall, it's not bad at all, and it even has its own heatsink. In my experience, it becomes quite hot during operation. At the back, we can see several points where the glue is not always completely airtight. The power supply is perfectly acceptable. But this output connector is disappointingly flimsy. I also would have liked to see a more robust connector for the subwoofer output. Overall though, I'm satisfied with the product. Don't forget to check out my other video where I modified and upgraded this speaker system.